Hey, how's it going? This is Caleb here with another natural enchantment experience. And this video is about how you are not stuck. The myth of stuckness, of being stuck. Now I want to contrast that by saying that while you are not stuck, you can have an experience of being stuck. You can think you are stuck even though you are not stuck. This is very enchanting. It's weird. And it might seem to you like there isn't a difference because it just feels like you're stuck. And so therefore, since it feels like you are stuck, then therefore you are stuck, right? But no. No, 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 no. And this is good news that you aren't stuck and you can't get stuck. You can only think that you're stuck. Now, I have some other videos that go more into the nature of thought, of what thought is, what thinking is. And our feelings, like when we feel stuck or when we feel excited or anything that we feel, we're feeling our thinking. We don't feel the world. We don't feel the outside. Our feelings don't come from out there. They come from our thinking. And our thinking flows through our consciousness and thought. Fresh thought, we're always thinking. Fresh thought always wants to come in. Now, you're always having an experience in your thoughts. And your experience, your type of experience, this is very interesting, that where the feeling of stuckness comes from is when you have a thought like, I should or shouldn't be doing something. Like, let's say, if you're like having thoughts about how I want to make more money, but then you're thinking, I want to make more money, but you aren't doing anything about, you seem to be procrastinating, or not looking for a job, or not doing the things you think you need to do to make money, and so therefore you feel stuck because you're not doing anything. You think you should be, or you think you want to, but what's really happening is you're thinking. So I'll go over the thinking, and then we can take a step back and see the nature of thought and see how you can get through the feelings and thoughts of being stuck to realize that you never have been stuck and you can't get stuck. And once you start to see that, then that matter is going to get cleared up and become a peaceful area in your life, and you won't have to do that stuck thing anymore. So when you start to think a thought, you think a thought like, oh, I need to make more money, or I need to do this career move, I need to get this or go there. That is a thought. Now, a lot of thoughts have to do with like, I have something or I don't have something, like I want something, right? It's a desire. Now, when you think something and then you're like, well, I don't have it, how am I going to get it? For example, like I want more money, but I don't have more money. So, okay, I need to get a job. Okay, I need to make calls to get more jobs, to get a job, but I can't make calls today. And all this procrastination and stuckness, because now what's happening is you're thinking a thought, and then when you think a thought, that is an experience in and of itself. The contents of that thought, you might have images or whatever associated with that thought, however you process your thought. When you think a thought, you can either accept that thought, like take for granted that it is real, that it is happening. You can believe that it's true. You can believe that you can assume the contents of that thought is reality. And then when you do that, it will look that way. And then you will react to that thought as though it were happening. As though it were happening. As though it were that was the situation in your life, and you think a new thought in reaction to that thought. So you might think like, well, I need to make more money. I don't have more money. I don't have a means to make more money. So I have to look for a job. Now, and this can go on to all sorts of thoughts. Through thought, you can create an experience of, I need more money, I don't have more money, I have to get a job, but I don't know where any jobs are. Oh no, nobody's hiring. I heard somebody said that nobody's hiring, and what if I can't find a job? What if I can't make any money? What if I lose my house? Or you can create any sort of experience. The mind is kind of like a special effects department. You can create any sort of experience through your thoughts. And there's nothing good or bad with that, especially when you understand what you're doing. When you're playing a game, it can be kind of fun to think in that sort of way. And this video was about stuckness and how you're not actually stuck. So, the way that what thought is when you don't assume that a thought is happening, when you don't assume the contents of a thought, when you don't assume the images you're seeing are real, when you don't believe your thoughts or react to them, then they would just flow through your experience. The thoughts just keep coming when you don't react to them. And you kind of feel there's like a rhythm and there's waves to your thoughts. They keep coming through. This is natural enchantment. Either way, you are having an experience. In one way, you're sort of creating an experience with your imagination based on one thought. And then in the other way, when you don't react to thought or believe thought, then it is life. You're experiencing more of a natural flow of life. Now both ways are life, of course, but you can feel one way you can feel stuck, and the other way you're not going to feel stuck because you're constantly seeing new things and experiences. You're constantly feeling new things because you don't believe your thoughts, so new thoughts are coming through. And your nature is well-being and peace. So you're going to, if you don't believe your thoughts, if you don't believe any thoughts about being stuck, which you aren't stuck, those thoughts about stuckness are going to flow on by you, and they're just not going to be in your experience. You're not going to experience any sort of stuckness. You're going to feel something else. I have no idea what you're going to experience after the stuckness. All I know is that when you start to see your thoughts, see the rhythm of your thoughts, you're just not going to be stuck anymore. You never were stuck. You're just not going to feel stuck any longer. Now, this might not make any sense at all, because how do you do it? Now, like, in one way, what you're doing is you are acting as though your thoughts were happening, as though the contents of your thoughts were real. Now, on this other side, where you stop the stuck feelings, you get past the stuck feelings, what you're doing is about your thoughts is nothing. It's like you're watching everything just sail by, your experience in your dreams. Maybe, I don't know if this analogy will work or not, but it's like you have dreams, right? Like sometimes you remember your dreams after you wake up. So now, dreams can be pretty crazy, right? Now, most of us have when we have dreams, we might have crazy dreams, because dreams aren't limited by or constrained by sensory perception. They have nothing to do. They are crazy. So you're not going to react to your dream like when you wake up. You're like, it was just a dream. I'm free or whatever. Maybe you're relieved, or maybe you're mad that it was just a dream because you wish it were. Maybe you wish it was real. But either way, you don't have to do anything about it, right? It's just a dream. You don't have to react to it. You don't have to make a list of all these things. It was just an experience you had in your dreams. Now, like lucid dreamers, they might have a dream and they recognize that they're dreaming, and they wake up in their dreams. They'll be like, whoa, I'm dreaming, and then they can take control of the dream or whatever, right? Now that's a whole nother thing that might be interesting to think about, but I don't know if it really relates. But what I'm thinking of talking about is the experience of stuckness. So you're having that experience because of your thoughts about stuckness. But when you allow those thoughts to flow through by not doing anything about the stuck feelings anymore. So you might notice in your life that if you think, well, oh my gosh, I'm stuck. So you might go to the library and pick out books about how to be unstuck, or get counseling about how to be unstuck, or all this sorts of stuff, and that's reacting to your thinking. That's doing something about your thought experience. But when you don't do anything about it, and for example, you continue doing your day, observing what you're doing, and just seeing that life is, you are living life. And I like to say the universe is living in you. The universe is flowing through you. Life is flowing through you, and you experience that, I think, more vividly, or at least in a different, more unstuck, less stressful way, when you don't react to your thoughts, but you let them flow. And I have other videos about this. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks.